Hey guys, this is Jeremy Low Tallulah, Poet Spice, and I am here to do the Zine Craze collab that Tina, who is Tell 'em Thank You here on YouTube, is hosting. It is a group of us who are going to produce a zine a month on the first Thursday of every month. And what is a zine? A zine is basically a little magazine that is self-published, and the idea is to produce whatever it is you want. Lately in the community, it's been like crafting zines. However, zines originally started out were for, photographs and comics and writing and so forth like that. So they've kind of evolved to include the crafting community. Now, as you may or may not know, I also write. So a lot of times I have to explain a little bit of stuff because people see my artwork or my journal pages or something like that, or my photographs or drawings, and most of the time they're pretty upbeat and, whatever. On the flip side, my writing tends to be dark. So it's not always very uplifting and all that kind of stuff. And that's just two sides of my personality where, different forms and different art forms do different things for you. So my writing is often cathartic, and I do things like that, with that writing. So that being said, I took a poem that I had written in 2007 and I printed it out. I used some drawings that I had done and digitized, and then I also used a background stencil that I had digitized to create my zine. So first of all, I'll show you what it looks like as the magazine, and it is called Breaks. So here's the original. It's 8.5 by 11, and it is folded up to be the little magazine type. Okay, so it's Breaks, a poem at midnight by me. This is one of the pictures that I drew for a challenge giveaway I did a couple years ago, and then I digitized it, and then I put an overlay of this dark color. I put some die cuts, I printed out my poem, and then cut it apart, okay, in the way that I wanted. Here on the inside, this is a picture that I drew, and then I scanned it and digitized it and did a bunch of stuff in, Photoshop and so forth with that. Actually, Paint Shop Pro. The background is actually it's a jelly print that I used, that I made with a stencil that I had made. And it looks like the Eye of Ra when you actually see the stencil itself. But I thought that would be pretty good for this background. So here's my poem. It starts here and goes over. And then here's the next part of the poem. And then, of course, here's the rest. You can see part of the eye pieces here. And then, of course, nothing is complete if I don't have die cuts on it. So I did some die cutting with the stitched hearts. And then here is the last portion, and you can see the rest of that eye over here. And then I finished it up with some more of those. And then on the back cover, I just put a writing prompt. And here's the writing prompt. What do you write about at midnight when the world sleeps? You can find me on Instagram at Poet Spice. And my writing channel is Poet Spice Biblioscribe. So those are there. And of course, if you're watching it on this channel, this is my Poet Spice channel. So here's my zine all folded up in the original form. So fabulous. And I wish I had a different word processing thing because I would have typed it actually on there. Now this is what the zine looks like when you actually print it out. Now I did mine so that it's actually, I scanned it in as a JPEG and saved it at 600 DPIs. And then I went through, and when I printed it from the JPEG screen, not from a Word document, and that gives you the option to make it full bleed. In other words, there's no edge on the side. So if you see this, there's actually that little edge down here, which I did not want. So I made it full spread so it doesn't have that border. And so you can see how this goes. And then you slit it here, and you do your fold, and then it'll end up like this. So that is my zine. Now, if you would like a copy of my zine, I can do about 5 copies. So if you would like a copy, then you can let me know in the comments below, and you can, I'm only going to do like the first 5. So you can have a copy of my zine, and then, yeah, so go check out the other ladies and gents who are in this collab, and hope you enjoyed, and maybe you can try and do a VR and show us something you make. All right, see you guys later. Bye.